Welcome. This video will help you select your web conferencing technology that you will use for your assignment. I am Professor Meg Downey with Bellevue College. Today, we are going to learn how to select the service provider for your web event. Technology has changed in the short time period that digital event marketing has been an option. As you define your intended goals for your program, envision how you would like to use your technology to meet those goals. While you will want to know what you'll get out of the technology, you also want to be open to what additional features the technology offers. Personally, I have used dozens of platforms and service providers in the last decade. With each platform, I've needed to learn that new technology. That said, being open to trying new service providers and applications will serve you well during your career. Remember that networking with professionals in your area will only benefit you. I say that because, as an example, I served on a board with an online event marketing service provider. My relationship with that service provider helped me leverage cost-saving options for my corporation, as well as the association that I was running. You never want to underestimate the power of networking. Additionally, I normally team up with my corporation's event planners to do a web conference. The web planners are responsible for the vendor contracts for online platforms, and usually the event planner is the host of the online event. So it's important that you network within your organization too. Get to know your event planners. The event planners will provide you with a few options that you can choose from. For instance, if I'm doing a webinar, I'll be told of the benefits and the drawbacks of each of the platforms that we already have contracts with. This will help me determine which vendor I want to use. If I want the audience to ask questions throughout the presentation, either by unmuting or using the chat feature, I would probably end up using Zoom. If I want to control the audience participation, I would use a technology platform called On24. Using On24, the questions will come throughout the presentation, but only the host will see them, and then the host will then read them to the presenters. You will also want the host, as I said, to open up the webinar. When the host opens, they will do some basic housekeeping. They will want to let the audience know how the Q&A will be run, if there's going to be a survey. They'll say, if the chat is going to be used or if you're allowed to unmute. And then the host can also run that Q&A session for you. And then with any technology, you're definitely going to want to record it because you can also use it for a later time and post it on one of your platforms. For the purposes of your webinar assignment, I would personally suggest using Zoom and then sharing your screen. The reason I recommend this would allow you to be seen, and generally speaking, your message is more compelling, it's more persuasive if the presenter is on camera. Now, you don't have to use Zoom. If you don't wish to use Zoom, you could potentially use PowerPoint, but you'd insert audio into the slides. And then if you go the PowerPoint route, you'll want to make sure that your photo is on each slide, so at least you have a more personal connection. Now, I personally would not recommend Microsoft Teams. Now, while it does have a function to record, I have had many troubles using Teams as part of a web conferencing platform. Now, for your webcast, you can use any video recording application that you like. For a Mac, it'd probably be PhotoBooth. For a PC, it could be the camera app and you use the record video. But you already might be using a video recording application, and then I say go ahead and use that. You're not limited to the programs that I've said. Use the tools that you're most comfortable using. I only provide the examples because they're what I trust. Now, with that said, I challenge you to create your best web conferencing program based on whatever your preference is.